I got an on-air sign for Christmas. Hello there and welcome to Season 3, Episode 4 of Let's Go Hammers. I'm StuBo. Thank you very much for joining me today, where we are going to be playing against Bayern Munich, and then we'll see after that. We might show you the Zenit game if everything goes wrong against Bayern. If not, we'll show you one of the horrific run of games that we've got after the Champions League. We've got Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester City. We'll show you one of those games. I'm not entirely sure which one. They all depress me, but we'll show you one of those games anyway. Since you were last with me, we actually haven't done an awful lot of games. If I show you the schedule here, we've only played the two since the Roma game, Leeds and Burnley. We won in both of them. They were both quite close calls, but they were both away from home. So if you're picking up points away from home, that is a good thing. One thing that's worth noting, if you have a look through the entire season, there are a couple of losses here and a few draws, but we're actually unbeaten in the league. We're unbeaten in the league, and we are winning games as well. However, as I mentioned, we've got this horrific run of games to come, which is going to be very tricky. It does also mean when we get to the end of the season, we've got a similar run, which is just delightful. But yeah, as I said, we've won these two games. Thiago Almada and Alvarez winning. We came from behind in this game. Luis Suarez, not that one, scoring for Leeds in the 57th minute. We did come back, but then we lost Harvey Elliott for 2 to 3 months. Spent a lot of money on that boy. Started to think it was a mistake. And then we did go to Burnley, and it took a penalty from Thomas Tuchel, who then got himself sent off, which is fantastic. And then a 92nd minute goal from Jared Bowen to put them away. Burnley, who I think are at the bottom of the table. In fact, if we show you the Premier League table, you can see they're not bottom, they're third from bottom. Close enough. But as you can see, we're doing very, very well. We are second. We are one of two unbeaten teams in the league, the other one being Manchester United, who are ahead of us by 1 goal. This is where I get concerned about our chances for the title, because it's all looking very good here. But then when you see that run of games, it doesn't look good really, does it? But enough about that. Today is about the Champions League, and the Champions League group situation looks like this. So, plan for today. We are going to finish the Champions League group, but I'm intending only to show you the one game, and that is this game against Bayern Munich. If we win this game, we don't need to worry about the Zenit game. It is a complete non-factor. If we draw against Bayern Munich, I'm unsure exactly how Champions League groups work. I don't know whether it goes on goal difference if you're level on points, or if it goes on head-to-head record. Head-to-head record, we go through. We've beaten Zenit, we've beaten Roma twice, so that'll be fine. If it goes on goal difference, we've currently got a +9 goal advantage over Roma, so we're probably going to do that. If we lose, it does go down to the final game of the season in the Champions League group. However, Bayern Munich play Roma on the final day. The chances of Roma beating Bayern Munich are slim to none. So I am inclined to say whatever happens in the Bayern game, we just go with it. We just say that we won't show you the Zenit game unless everything goes horrifically wrong. But with all of that said, this is the team that's going to be... Why is it done? Why is it... Okay, that works. I've never seen that before. That was a bit weird. This is the 11 that we're hopefully going to be using to try our best against Bayern Munich. I'm not going to say try and beat them. It would be nice if we did, but if we can just do ourselves proud in this game and come away with a point, that'd do me perfectly, or at least not get drubbed 4-1 like we did in the first leg. That'd be great as well. But this is going to be the 11. It's Lafont in goal, Livramento, Diop, Mancini and Christiansen in defence, Tielemans and Rice in midfield, with Bowen, Almada and Zakarian supporting Alvarez up front. Thomas Tuchel is out with a little injury, only out for a few days. He does want a lot more game time than he has been getting, but unfortunately, if he gets injured, not a lot I can do about that. Ben Johnson's also currently out for a few weeks, as is Omar Saleh, and as I mentioned, Harvey Elliott. Record signing Harvey Elliott. I don't know if he's still a record signing, actually. In fact, one moment. So no, he's not our record transfer, actually. Tino Livramento took over from that this season. I think he was our record signing before that, though. Just going to say right now, I know Tino Livramento has been here for just about half a season already. I think he's a better signing. But this is the 11. Hopefully, we can put Bayern Munich to the sword, or at least not get put to the sword ourselves. So, let's get to it, shall we? Let's go. Remember, it's just a point that we need from this game. Just a point. And even then, if we lose this game, it's not the end of the world if we don't win it. Bayern Munich, as you would expect, winning all of the games, winning all of the football. They've got a hell of a team as well. Looking at their bench, it's great. But yeah, I've not played this save in about a week, actually, purely because I batch recorded a bunch before Christmas. So all I had to do was edit a number of the episodes. So I'm coming to you on the 30th of December with this episode, believe it or not. But I haven't played this save since probably, I would say, oh God, I don't even know. It was well before Christmas, I know that. So I haven't really picked up this save at all. So I'm hoping I don't get punished by FM for that. Having said that, we're having all of the chances at the moment. I have played some FM since then. I've been doing a PSG save in my own spare time. I'm half tempted to start streaming it on Twitch, actually. I started a Coventry save on Twitch, and then, not because I don't like the save, but I've dropped off of Twitch a little bit in recent times. I say a little bit. I haven't streamed for probably a month at this point. Leroy Sané's in here while I'm talking about Twitch. I should probably be focusing on the game. Gets it inside to Muller. Muller gets it in Sané. Lewandowski's there. Taps it in. It might get disallowed. We might get lucky here, but I didn't see a noticeable offside, but I wasn't really focusing because I was talking too much about Twitch. Is the referee going to do us a favour? We'll never know. We'll never know. We'll never know. I'm assuming it's been given. Oh, he's well onside. I don't even know what the question was there. Okay, we're 1-0 down. We're going to demand more from the players. That's a shame. That's their first shot, and we've had 6. So we need to be a little bit more clinical, really. Our forward line not doing us any favours at the moment, which is a bit frustrating. We're having all of the shots. They're having a lot of possession, though, so we need to be better than we are being. And I am just going to thrash my arms about and say that. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Thrash the arms. Haven't been good enough. And we're going to have a quick look at... is there any changes we can make, maybe? Because that was really unacceptable. The fact we've had so many chances and they've just scored with one shot. Not happy with that whatsoever. Not happy at all. Okay, I have made a couple of changes. We've brought off the 2 worst players, Thiago Almada and Victor Christiansen. Disappointing that both of them had a poor game. And we've brought on Ianis Hadji in midfield, even though he's not fully fit. I think he'll be fine. James Justin, who isn't fully match sharp, is coming on as well. We've changed a couple of tactics as well. We've not done a lot, but we're just going to go for it and see whether those changes make any difference. But yeah, as I was saying before, I was really interrupted by Robert Lewandowski. I've been doing a PSG save where I've never really used 3 at the back on FM, so I've been doing a doing a save in my own personal time, just to see if I could get one to work, and it's going really well, actually. So part of me is tempted, actually, to start streaming that on Twitch at some point. But I don't know. I don't really want to bin the commentary save off, if I'm being completely honest. I was going to pause then and change a couple of things, but actually we're going to carry on. Jared Bowen loses the ball, but we do retain possession. Alvarez now looks for Zakarian. Zakarian is in, but he's been forced out wide to the left-hand side. Can he get the ball in? Can't really get it in, but it is down to Livramento on the right-hand side now. Tielemans into Hadji. Hadji goes for the worldie, and Hadji scores the worldie, and it is 1-1, and we are back in the game. Remember, realistically, a point is all we need. We get a point. A lot of things have to go wrong for us to not qualify. And again, because of the head-to-head record thing, we might have even already qualified if we get a point. So it might be fine. What a goal that is from Ianis Hadji. Just gets it, turns, shoots, barely has any time to think about it. And just like that, it's 1-1. And I mean, Ianis Hadji, he just does lovely things with the football. Absolutely lovely things. We are going to make our final change. It's either going to be Bowen or Alvarez. I think we're going to take Alvarez off for Brenner. We'll get Brenner a bit more football. His sharpness has been declining recently. I was thinking about Madueke, but we're not going to bother with him. Today it can do with Brenner. I don't know what that even means, but it can do with Brenner. I probably should hit the space bar as well. Yeah, so I've been doing that save, so I'm tempted to do the idea of putting it on Twitch, but I haven't fully committed to that yet. So I probably won't end up doing it. I might just keep it as one I do in my spare time. But it's been a lot of fun having Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe as a front 3. And I've been playing them as a front 3. I've been playing 2 of them as extra strikers, and then 1 of them just behind as a trequartista. And, oh, Justin's giving away a penalty. Oh, God, Justin's giving away a penalty. The only hope is it's outside the area. That's the only hope, that it's outside the area, and it's not. James Justin has just given away the stupidest bloody penalty, and it's Marcel Sabitzer to take. Can Lafont save it? Oh, he went the right way. He went the right way. Going to go very attacking. Right. I'm furious with James Justin. If I had another substitution, you can bet your bottom dollar we'd be making it. Because I'm absolutely livid We've fought so hard to get back into the game in a game where we have been on top. This is the game punishing me for not having the save file open for so long. The game's like, oh, you want to come back now, do you? Well, let's make you think twice about that, shall we? Yeah, we are going to confirm those changes. I've had 3 shots and scored 2 of them. Yes, one of them's a penalty, but I'm absolutely livid. In fact, I'm going to demand more. See if we get lucky from this corner. We whip it in. Diop's there. Diop is there! And Diop has made it 2-2. And it is Ianis Hadji with the corner as well. And Ianis Hadji, the super sub himself, wasn't fully fit for today. But he has bailed us out of trouble. And that's been a theme in this recent run of games. We've kind of had to bail ourselves out a little bit. We've looked good, but then we've not had a cutting edge. Both of our strikers seem to have dried up at the same time. Oh, my word. We have got not lucky necessarily, because the match stats would suggest we've been very unlucky, but we've done very, very well. Very, very well to salvage something out of that, but I am going to absolutely shout at you. I don't even care. I'm going to shout at you as you. I'll shout at you as you? Yeah, I'm going to shout at you as you. Yeah, that makes words, Stu. That makes words. I can't talk. The bottom line is we got the point that I think we need. And Roma, I think, did win. So, if Roma were to win, I think they must have battered Zenit St. Petersburg. I haven't even looked at the score yet. Where's the score down here? 7-1. Well. Jesus Christ. So, if it is goal difference, all Roma have to do is absolutely pump 4 goals past Bayern Munich. No pressure. Wow. Wow. To be fair, we should be proud of that performance. We should be proud of the fact that we managed to get a draw against Bayern Munich, who I think were the reigning Champions League winners. Having said that, when you look at those match stats, it's infuriating that we conceded that first goal. And it's even more infuriating that we conceded the penalty. James Justin, I am fining. You can be absolutely sure about that. Right, I think we're past the point where we need to worry about the Zenit game. So, I'm going to play through. We'll play Newcastle, we'll play Zenit, and then I'll decide which of these games to play in front of you guys when we get to it. So, bear with me, and in a few moments, you'll see exactly who we're going to play. Right, so, I did this without thinking about it. I should have recorded it, really. Got this email asking for the boards to talk to us. They wanted to talk to us about maybe increasing the transfer budget. I was going to say no, and I was thinking, where can we improve the club? But then I thought to myself, actually, it's the final season. We're not doing more than 3. Let's actually just take the money and let's see how much they give us. I was expecting, bearing in mind our transfer budget before this was about 25 million. We actually had some money left in the bank. I was expecting maybe 40 million, maybe 45, maybe 50 million. Not 63.5 million. Holy hell. We have got some money to spend in January, and hopefully enough to improve the team to push on and win the title. Because remember, that is the aim for this season. Oh, January is going to be a fun month. And we are back, and we're back for the game against Liverpool, I've decided, which has ended up being probably a bad decision, because I feel like this is the game where everything's going to go horribly, horribly wrong. Since we were last with you, we actually did win the Zenit game, and we are through to the next round. When I say win, we absolutely bodied them. It was an incredible game, capped off by another Arsene Zakarian hat-trick. He got one earlier in the season against... That was a really inopportune time for a burp, wasn't it? But yeah, he got a hat-trick against Burnley in the Carabao Cup earlier in the season. He's got another one here in the Champions League group stage. It was a fantastic hat-trick with a fantastic goal in it as well. I can't remember which one it was, but one of the goals was superb. It was fantastic. As well as that, we beat Newcastle 3-1. We also beat Chelsea 1-0 and Arsenal 3-1, which means at the moment, well, we were top of the Premier League. However, I think we've got a game in hand on Manchester United. We do. So Manchester United are currently top. They actually drew against Chelsea. So if we win against Liverpool, we go top by a couple of points, which is fantastic. But yeah, as you can see, we've had a very good run, very, very good things indeed. And this is the 11 that we're hopefully going to be using to beat Liverpool at the London Stadium. It's Lafont in goal, Justin, Mancini, Zuma and Christiansen in defence. Tielemans and Rice in midfield with Bowen, Almada and Madueke supporting Brenner up front. Starting to wish I showed you one of the other games because I feel like this is the one we're going to lose, but we're going to give it our best and we're going to see what happens. The team's not completely fit, as you can see. Madueke is not fully fit, but we're going to put him out there. Hopefully he'll be okay. Worst case scenario, we take him off, we bring Zakarian on. I'm nervous, but let's give it our best shot, shall we? Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. I would argue the most important game of the season so far because this puts us top outright again. If we can win. Liverpool actually drawing in a couple of their last games, which is interesting. But they've got such a strong team. Erling Haaland up front, by the way. Don't know if I mentioned that before. Erling Haaland alongside Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah. It's utterly ridiculous. They've got Yusuf Demir and Odegaard in their midfield as well. Odegaard making the move from Arsenal at some point, which is just insane to me. And their defence with Nicolas Sula in it. It's just insane. Absolutely insane. We're hoping home advantage will count for a lot here. Oh, I don't like the way that we were passing around casually there. That wasn't ideal. Alexander-Arnold now looking to get the ball into the box. Gets to Odegaard. Odegaard gets to Alexander-Arnold. Oh, I've got a feeling. Christiansen just lunges in, but he doesn't end up causing us any problems. And Yusuf Demir heads over. We need to be careful because Liverpool are a very, very good side. They're only in fourth at the moment, so they've not had the best of seasons so far. We are definitely playing better than they are. However, as I said before, we've played everyone except for the top teams up until this period. However, we are not exactly embarrassing ourselves against these top teams. Lafont collects the ball up beautifully. Now, if he can get the ball and we can get the ball further up after he's distributed it, that'd be fantastic. Bowen now gets inside, goes around his man beautifully, gets to Justin. Justin with a ball to Brenner. Brenner looking to make it 1-0, and it is 1-0. And West Ham lead against Liverpool at the London Stadium. And as it stands, we are top of the table. Get in there, boys. In the 27th minute, we go 1-0 ahead and continue this ridiculous first half of the season that we've had. What a ball it is from James Justin. I criticised him in the Bayern game for giving away that penalty. I've shown a little bit of faith in him, actually, purely for fitness reasons. Livramento and Christiansen have been tiring and they have needed rest, and we have been rotating both of them out, and Justin has been the one filling in. And he's kind of grown in confidence, and he's now got his first goal contribution for the season. He's the only player who didn't have one. Now he does. And I'm very happy with it. Very happy indeed. Of course, it is only 1-0. It is only early on. Let's not take anything for granted. But we have started well in this game, and we're continuing this fantastic run. Not even just this run in these difficult games. The whole first half of the season, we've just continued really well. Mancini now gets it out wide, back to Justin. Justin going to look up, try and ping a ball over. Gets it to Bowen instead. Bowen's going to run down this right-hand side. Going to try and shift it onto his left foot. He does. Tries to get to Tielemans, but he ends up giving it away. And now Liverpool have the potential to try and counter. Haaland now loses out to Mancini. We get the ball back right into Almada. Almada going to look to try and play a killer pass. He goes down in the box. Fabinho might have given a penalty away here, and we might have a chance for a second goal. The referee is talking to the little VAR man in his ear, and the result of that conversation is it's going to be a penalty. Yes, it is. And I think it will be Thiago Almada, the man who won the penalty, to take the penalty. Almada steps up, has his run up, and he buries it, and it is 2-0 in the 37th minute. Thiago Almada makes it 2-0. We've built a very good team in this save. A very good team. It's a wonderful penalty as well. Alisson goes the wrong way. Almada tucks it into the bottom corner. And we lead by 2-0. Liverpool have actually had more opportunities in this game, but we have definitely had the better of them. Almada whips in, looking for Kurt Zouma. If Kurt Zouma had put that in the back of the net, I don't know what I would have done, but I would have been very excited. Oh my word. And we go in at half-time, 2-2 the good. Maybe this was the right game to show you after all. We'll say that. I shouldn't have said that. In fact, we'll say that one. Very happy, very happy. Very happy. I said the wrong thing on the first one, but either way, they look very happy indeed. Let's just carry on, boys. Let's just carry on. Trent's having a very good game for them, all things considered. He's the only one who's having a standout game at the moment. Christiansen, ironically, on the left-hand side, not having a good game. Bowen's not having the best either, so we'll consider those guys when we look at our substitutions. Justin now tries to get to Almada but loses out, but we get the ball back immediately. Almada now looking for options, gets it to Madueke, but he can't quite get it past the defender, and Mo Salah now running out on the right-hand side, gets it into Odegaard. Odegaard into Haaland. Haaland has space to run into. He's got defenders around him. The defenders force him wide. Good work from them, but Trent now on the ball, gets it to Fabinho. Fabinho back to Trent. Madueke, bit of a wild tackle, but he doesn't make contact. And Liverpool are trying to build an attack here. Demir gets it out wide to Robertson. Robertson's going to look to cross it in. Haaland is there, and Haaland does make it 2-1. We're just going to tell the boys to focus up a little bit. We need to be careful. We need to be very, very careful. They were very, very good out wide there. We are set to narrow. I am actually going to change that, and we're going to go standard, I think, is probably the best thing to do. In fact, I'm going to do a little bit of tactical tinkering, I think, and I might make 1 or 2 substitutions as well, so bear with me 1 second. Okay, so we have made a couple of changes. Livramento's coming on for Christiansen, and we're shifting James Justin over to left back, and we're also going to bring on Zakarian for Madueke. Zakarian's been in good form recently, so we're going to give him a shout. Let's keep an eye on this midfield, though. They are tiring substantially. We have also asked the 2 wing-backs to stay wider. Well, actually, James Justin hasn't now because I made that substitution. We've done that just to see whether they can stay out there a little bit more often, just to try and help us with any crosses and stuff, because that goal for Liverpool came from out wide. So we do need... Done that wrong there. We do need to be a little bit wary of that. Liverpool's motivated. Zakarian, not so much. And we'll just see what we can do. Just see what we can do. I can't do a shout because I've already done one. I told the players to focus. We'll try and get another shout in as soon as possible. I mean, a draw in this game wouldn't be the end of the world, but I feel like the way that we've played in this game, it would be a bit of a missed opportunity. The header is a bit of a wild one from Salah, and we end up getting possession back. Mancini now gets it all the way back to Lafont. Lafont lumps it forward. I mean, considering we've got short passing on, I don't really know why that happened. Oh, it's a poor pass from Jarrod Bowen. I think Jarrod Bowen might be the next player to come off. It's a really, really poor pass from him. Again, a draw here is not the end of the world. If you just said beforehand you're going to draw against Liverpool and win against Chelsea and Arsenal, I would have taken it. But seeing this game, we have been the better team. It will be very disappointing if we don't get something from it. But Zakarian is free. And Zakarian, oh my word, Zakarian had the chance to make it 3-1. He doesn't convert it. We still lead, but we could have had another goal there. We could have had another goal. Right, final 5 minutes. What do we do? So many players are absolutely dead on their feet. I feel like we need to make a midfield change. I want to take Jarrod Bowen off, really, but I think it's going to have to be Tielemans or Rice. It's going to be Tielemans, I think, and we're going to bring Ilic on. I think that's... Is that the wisest decision? I don't know. I think we're going to go with it anyway and just see what happens. Hopefully it will be good enough. We're just going to have to go with it, I think. We're just going to have to go with it. There's a temptation of me to change the formation, but I always worry when doing that we're just going to mess the flow of the team up. Team's playing fine. System's working fine. Becker, I would argue, was very close to being outside of his area there. Jordan Henderson, can we just stop for a second and admire the fact, that's the wrong button, Stu. Can we just admire the fact that it looks like Jordan Henderson is playing at right back? Well, trigger the press on him. In fact, I'm going to have a quick look at this and see if there's anything we can do for the final few moments. So bear with me 1 moment. Okay, I have made a couple of final tactical changes. This highlight is continuing, but we have got the ball back. Justin passes it back to Lafont. Lafont, again, lumps it forward. He gets it as far as Dybala, and Erling Haaland has made it 2-2. And Auburn Lafont has cost us 3 points here. Auburn Lafont has cost us 3 points. The changes didn't even get a chance to come into effect. Auburn Lafont has just cost us 3 points. And I'm absolutely livid. I'm absolutely livid. We're going to go attacking for these last few minutes. We're just going to go for it. Let's just see what we can do. Try and hit some early crosses. We're going to distribute quickly out wide to the fullbacks. We're just going to go for this now. I feel so frustrated that that's just happened. I know it can happen, but I am so annoyed. I am actually going to berate him because that is his mistake. He should be distributing it. Sure, he should not be going for long passes like that, and he's gone and done that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. Like I said before, if you'd have told us that we were going to draw this game, I'd have said, I'll take that. However, we have been, in my opinion, the better team there, and we've just thrown it away because the goalkeeper has absolutely messed it up. And I'm going to make sure Auburn Lafont knows about it, because he has cost us 2 points there. As it stands, as a result of that, we're still level on points with Manchester United. We had the opportunity to go 2 points ahead of them. Again, bear in mind, it's Liverpool, the team that won the Premier League last season, that we've just drawn against. But it was the home game, and if we could have got 2 more points out of that, that would have been incredible. Ugh. Oh, God. Well, I should be happy with that, but I'm really not. How stupid is that? Oh, God. Right, when will we be back? We will be back in the month of January at some point. We have got the FA Cup third round against Charlton. We've actually got the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup coming up as well. So, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll play the third round of the FA Cup, and then we'll see what happens with the Carabao Cup. We might show you the semi-final of that if we get past Leicester. That'll be in here somewhere as well. We might show you the second leg of the semi-final of that. And we'll see whether we make any transfers with all of that transfer money. So, this has been a bit of an episode, hasn't it? Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well for more Football Manager awesomeness. I've been StuBo. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and bye-bye for now.